What's up, guys? Going into Broken Hill Foundry on Gorgon. This is going backwards a little bit in the progression of things. So yesterday's video, or whatever the previous video was that I uploaded, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but that was like game number 6 or something, 6 or 7 that I played. This is game number 4 or 5, one of them. I recorded those, but I didn't talk over them because I wanted to focus on playing and like learning more about Gorgon. So I'm gonna do some post-game commentary and go over this game because I want to see where I went wrong, mostly. And it's good to like examine your play when you notice more things when you're just watching it rather than when you're actually playing the game. It's easier to notice your mistakes. So after playing like 10 games on Gorgon, I can go back at this game where I played it like 4 or 5 and figure out what I've learned and kind of, I don't know, confirm that in my mind that like I made the correct choices in the way that I play Gorgon differently. Hopefully we'll see some things that I can point out to you guys and that helps your play as well. But I've been getting quite a bit better at Gorgon. I think I'm still like under 50% win rate because I uploaded the first 2 games that I played with Gorgon, and that was 50-50. And then I lost like 3, 4, 5, and then I won 6, 7, I think. And then that might be the only games that I've played. I don't know. I'm probably missing a couple of games, but I lost quite a few, more than I'm used to when I'm playing Monster. I know when I started playing Gorgon. When Gorgon got released, my monster win rate was like 72%, and now it's like 52 or 50 something. So, gotta learn that new monster though. I like this one a lot better than Behemoth, even though I'm losing probably more than I lost with Behemoth. I like the mobility and stuff, so I will play this until I get good with it. So one thing to note is I'm terrible on this map. I do not know where the food is, or any good paths, or anything like that. I've probably played less than 5 games on this map total. I just never seem to get it, and so when I do, it just feels weird. I've played the mine a little bit more, but I probably hate that map more just because, I don't know, it's a very restrictive map, in my opinion. Like, you get hit on all of the ceilings in that map when you're playing monsters even like Gorgon that kind of fly up in the air a little bit when they're using traversals, and it can really screw your game over because you're not able to get enough distance to evolve or something like that, which could make it so that you have to take another dome or take, you know, a couple bars of health damage. Alright, so we're doing some sneaking. I don't remember exactly what happens in this game, I just remember that it was pretty frustrating to play because I thought I had won the game, and then I slowly lost the game over quite a bit of time. If I would have went a little bit farther on that acid spray, I would have been able to get both of these boxes. Would have saved me a couple seconds. But I think this is one of those games where I learned a lot. I learned a lot about how to deal damage properly as Gorgon. I guess this is one of the first games that I put it into effect. Alright, so I probably could have gotten away there because he wasn't even looking towards me. But you can even see some of the stuff that I did in yesterday's, or whatever the last upload was, where I like leave acid behind me, and like I lead them a little bit more, and I'm more about covering an area with acid rather than covering them with acid. That's just like the biggest thing that you need to do to get some damage down as Gorgon. Like, he's already downed, and this is stage 1, so And you can see I'm trying to cover a big area so that when he's trying to run away from me, he's taking that acid damage. And I think I get like 2 down penalties right here. I'm not sure if I actually did this one, maybe the shield works. Right, I remember this. So I wasn't actually sure if I got this down penalty. Because I hit him with the web, but I had to leave because I was taking too much health damage. And it wasn't worth it. If he would have gotten away, then I would have been in a really bad spot. But even just getting Slim, that's #1 priority target. Maybe #2 because of Sunny, but... Is this actually enough distance, I'm wondering? As when I'm watching this, it didn't look like enough distance. In-game, it probably felt like enough, but they don't have domes, so I think it's okay. I'm gonna be mentioning, like, probably the biggest mistake that I make in this game, or if it's a lot of little mistakes, we'll see. That I think is like the game changer. This might actually be it. So, did I stay too long in that dome is what I'm wondering as well. Because I don't think they should... Actually, never mind, they have Mega Mouth. That's a mistake right there. I didn't take into account that they had Mega Mouth buff. I remember this, I thought I could get out here, and I think I still can. I don't know if that's playable terrain or not. It looked like it was, but I was holding shift and I was trying to climb out that because I knew it would be an easy way of me not taking too much damage. I actually think I do okay in this fight, if I remember correctly, at not taking damage though, even though this is, in my opinion, a mistake. I think I handled it pretty well. I'm trying to just destroy food, so as I ring around the Rosie them, if I get the opportunity, I can eat that food. Right, 3 of them are following this way, so I can turn and try to fight the Trapper, but the Trapper smartly ran away from me instead of trying to deal damage. Yeah, so I didn't take too much damage. I'm still at 1 bar, and I have a down penalty and stage 2, so I think it's okay. I hardly took any damage throughout that dome, even though I was really low armor going into it. Now, one thing about this game is that they have Slim, and you can do a lot of cool stuff with Slim, and I think this is what actually taught me a bit of this strategy, where you break line of sight and use acid spray behind you as the team is following, because when I was going into the pregame of this, I was thinking about that because they have Slim. And I was thinking, you know, with the other monsters, I use my cooldowns and I try to break line of sight with Slim so that he can't regen his heal burst as quickly, because you're not around for him to shoot. And I think that works really well with Gorgon because all of her damage is kind of like damage over time, so you don't really have to be there dealing the damage, it'll get dealt for you. So I do not think Slim's going to be good in the current meta because everybody's going to be playing Gorgon, and I think he's probably the weakest medic against Gorgon because of that fact. Now, Gorgon players that play straight up and actually just like brawl, Slim will have an easier time against them. Because he's not... Gorgon I don't think is particularly hard to hit. He's going to be a little bit harder to hit than like Goliath or Behemoth, but probably similar to Kraken. Maybe even a little bit easier than Kraken, and Wraith is still the hardest because of the smaller body. Because even though a lot of Gorgon's extremities are like thin and hard to hit, the abdomen is really easy, and that's normal damage type. It's like considered body instead of limb, so. I'm not sure if I hit with that web or not. Probably not, because I saw it explode on the wall, but it was like only part of it should have hit the wall, but I don't think that's how projectiles work in this game. I'm also noticing the range on acid spray in this game, and in the couple games before it. Before I was using acid spray a lot like Goliath's Flame Breath, and that doesn't really have a whole lot of range to it. So right now I still don't think I've made any major mistakes, and I still think I'm pretty far ahead. I don't get any down penalties here. And I do feel myself losing a little bit of momentum in this fight. How much health damage do I take in this fight? Because if I was going to engage like this, I should have done it at the start of the fight, not this far into it. Do I get that down penalty? I do. That's a decent trade. Do I get another one as well? No. And I traded that for 1 bar of health, 1.5 bars of health. I don't think that's a terrible trade. With Gorgon, it's because her health is similar to Wraith's health in that it's a lot more valuable to her than it is to like a Goliath or something, because she has a little bit lower of an armor pool. Or, I don't know, it just feels like Gorgon's a little bit more squishy, and once you get down to a certain amount of health, it's almost impossible to win. So maybe not a good trade, but I don't think it's that bad. I think I'm still ahead. Maybe even. I have 3 strikes. Yeah, I'm ahead. I would say I'm ahead. And I'm ready to stage up. I think that second strike was on Abe. So he dodged upwards to dodge the spider, but then as soon as he landed, he got nabbed by it. I should have probably committed there, because I would have been able to kill Abe outright, I think, pretty easily. And I have full armor, so I don't know why I didn't commit. I have no idea. I think that's mistake number 1. Because once Abe's dead... Actually, does Abe die anyway? I remember a time, I don't know if it was this game or the previous one, where I had to look up at the top left of the screen to see if there was a death timer. Maybe it's this fight coming right here. Because I didn't know if I was safe to evolve or something. And then I saw that somebody was dead, and I was like, oh, I can evolve pretty easily. This is another situation where I think I ended up hitting him with that web, but it was close to not hitting. Where I probably could have snuck away because Abe wasn't looking behind him. I don't stick to the walls nearly enough, and that's still something that I don't do. So there's another down penalty for nothing. And this is where it is. So you look at the top left. Abe ended up dying. I didn't know that because I wasn't really targeting him. He must have gotten hit by a spider and taken some acid damage or something. So yeah, I'm here thinking that he didn't throw the dome, and it takes me a little while to realize that he's dead. I think it's right around now when I'm eating, I look up towards the top left. Let me see if I evolve or eat this. I eat this, so I haven't noticed yet. I think it's right here that I notice. There it is. So yeah, it took me a little while to notice that Abe was dead, but I can get that free evolve. And I actually evolved right under the power relay. Now, something about not fighting on this map. Oh, I actually took Mimic. That could be a mistake right there. I don't know why I took Mimic. I actually think in this game I thought that I had it won, and I was playing around with them a little bit. I don't know. But I think I wanted to practice Mimic a little bit more, and I was like, this has got to be a 1 game, right? And it wasn't. So not taking my core that I'm using now is possibly a mistake, but I don't want to think that Mimic is that bad that it's like unusable. I think I'm just bad with it. But yeah, talking about this map and not playing on it, I don't know how to fight on the relay at all. I've learned it a little bit more now, but you'll see here in a little bit that I don't even know how to enter the relay building because I've played it so few times. I don't think I've actually had a relay fight on this map ever. So like right here, I think that I can go through this, and then I just hit the wall. And I actually do a little bit of damage because apparently it can go through the wall, but yeah, I didn't realize that this was a wall, so I'm like sitting here trying to climb through it because I have no idea how this relay building works. And then I find my way in finally. It's like actually like a monster, like a creature would behave, like he just rams up against the glass trying to break through. So I noticed the trapper's holding the dome. I decide to leave because I don't have any actual health damage on them, so there's no reason for me to stay. I think that's fine. I try a little bit of mimic stuff. This is a little bit of a time wasting thing because I'm not dealing any damage with it. I did want to try it out and test it a little bit and see if I could use it to assault the relay, but it doesn't seem to be working all that well. Try to get a little bit closer. Again, no damage. I think I actually end this game without any mimic damage, or like barely any. Which is kind of sad. So that might be the sole reason why I lose, is that I took Mimic, but I should be able to finish this game out with the abilities that I have besides Mimic. Oh, I remember, I get glitched here for a little bit. It doesn't take too much health damage, but I got stuck. I'm not sure if maybe I stuck to the wall and I just couldn't see myself. So I'm not going for shield when I should. That is one mistake. I'm spreading out damage like I should be, and someone's getting carted away. And medic dies, which is good. Yeah, this should really be a one game at this point right here. With them not having a medic for 151, I should be able to kill a bunch of them. It doesn't work that way. That acid spray did nothing. I didn't angle it up enough, or get close enough to use it, one of the two. One web can kill off Sunny's drone, but then you don't have it to increase your damage with the acid spray. So I mean, they're doing a decent job dodging me, I guess. And there's the shield again. I'm not sure, maybe I shouldn't have left there. Maybe that's a mistake as well. I could have all-in there and possibly won. But if I didn't win before the dropship, I would have most certainly lost. This is a little bit, I guess, the safer play. Because maybe I can get back and get a down penalty on Sunny before the dropship comes. At least that might be that's probably my thinking right now. I shouldn't be full armoring though, I don't think. Like, killing this tyrant is a mistake, for sure. No reason to kill this tyrant. I don't think I even gained any armor from killing it. I think I actually lost armor killing that tyrant, so huge mistake there. Yeah, because I would have had another 20 seconds to actually fight them without them having a medic. That was really dumb of me. That's something that in the game I didn't even really think it was a mistake. I remember thinking that that was possibly a tyrant buff, actually. Because it kind of looked like one, but it wasn't. So I killed the shield gen. She cloaks. I killed the outside of this just hoping that I'd find her. See her over there. And then Slim's back already. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I didn't get anything done when I killed the medic. And now I'm playing the I'm in your building and you can't get me because I have good space control, but they just decide to stay out there and are like, well, we can fight out here. Which is actually a better place to fight Gorgon than where they were before. And now is where I start to run into some trouble because I'm at the 2-minute timer. I can't just keep armoring up and doing hit and run anymore. I have to actually go for a win at some point. and I haven't been able to get a good fight in the last couple of minutes, even though I killed the medic and should have been able to easily clean up. So I think that medic blunder was probably so far the biggest mistake I've made. I should still be in a position where I can win, but I should have taken a little bit of damage here. I wasted like 10 seconds on the timer. I could have paused it pretty easily as I was going around to get a better angle. And I waste a bunch of my staminas to get over here, and so I'm entering into a combat with 0 stamina, which is never good. I think the Sunny does a really good job at placing her shield drone constantly, though. And then the spore clouds not being able to see where people are is pretty annoying as well. Overall, the team does a really good job, like, pulling it together. I'm not even sure if Sunny should be my priority target right now because Slim has 2 strikes. Probably should just be trying to kill Slim. Like, I get nothing done here. They do dome me. But I mean, looking back up at them now, they've taken hardly any damage. Even though I felt like I was doing a lot, I really wasn't. And that's mainly because I couldn't see where they were, so I was trying to coat the area in acid, but I probably wasn't hitting them all that much. I think Gorgon has some trouble dealing with relay fights, maybe. I don't want to say that for sure because I think I've only had like 2 relay fights so far with her. But it's very possible that she does. So that gas cloud actually ticked me, and I paused the timer there. Went through the bottom of the floor. Yeah, I definitely think Slim should be my target. Although that Sunny jetpack boost is really annoying. Gorgon's pretty mobile. Do I actually get... I'm taking a ton of damage here. Do I kill medic or no? Yeah, I do. I don't mind the thought process to quickly armor up and go back in for an all-in. That's not what I do. And I'm going to try to see why I don't do that. So this is like my second chance to win right here. I don't have enough time on like the countdown timer to really let them get a dropship. But I know that I do let them, so I'm trying to see what provokes me to do that. I think I just go into the fight with full armor and I get like nothing done by the time I'm about to start losing hit points again. And I'm not really sure why. I think it's... I don't know. I don't remember. I spray and it looks like I missed everything there. They're doing a good job playing this, like, jump on the boxes game, and I think I should be... That's a mistake, never use Mimic. I think I should be placing more spiders on the boxes, because Gorgon needs to coat the ground that they're traveling on, but they're not really walking on the ground often. Yeah, I'm not really getting anything done, and I'm taking a ton of health damage. So how do I perform better in this fight? That's my question. Probably better placed spider traps. You can see there's 2 of them that are pretty low. I should be fighting like right here. I guess I am. Problem being one of them is assault. I do throw down a spider, but it lands down in this hole. I don't think I noticed that when I was playing. I think I downed Sunny, but then I decided to leave. I probably should actually stay here, I think. Because Slim was dropping, I think Sunny got downed after the dropship started. I could have probably downed Assault by the time that Sunny dropped, and then I just have to deal with 2 hunters with 3 bars of armor, with 3 bars of health. I think I should have all in there. And I think this is like the last mistake that I can make while still being able to win this game, because I'm slowly just getting chipped down, and I'm not really making a whole lot of progress. This game does go on a while longer because I try very hard to win this game, but I think until I see someone do really well with Mimic, I'm probably not going to use it anymore. Although I really want to like the ability, I just haven't had any luck with it to this point. So like as I'm playing Hunter or whatever, if I see a Gorgon that makes really good use of Mimic against a decent team that I have, then I'll see what they're doing and maybe use it. But I feel like it's the only situation where it's useful is when someone's coming around a corner towards you, and if that's Assault, you can't really capitalize on it that well. But I think at this point the timer's so low that I can't really win this game anymore. I guess I can all in here and do okay, but I get stuck again. I think I was on stuck on the wall again, but yeah, I shouldn't. I mean, I guess running isn't that bad. But I don't have that much on the timer. I need to all in at some point without taking any health damage. Those Spore Clouds are brutal against Gorgon. Because I think to properly win with Gorgon, you need to put down damage on multiple targets, and then whichever one doesn't get the defense, like the healing and everything, you can kill them. It also makes multiple people have to like get away from their current position, so they have to focus less on healing and stuff like that. So mistakes I made were taking Mimic and not capitalizing more on Slim being dead twice. There's a time when you hit and run, and then there's a time when you have to just all in and try to win the game. And I think I needed to try to win the game twice now when Slim was dead. And also spider traps, not putting them in good position. I'm mostly more spamming them rather than putting them up on obstacles that I know that they have to travel on to avoid me. Like I should be throwing them up on that box right now, or like next to the bottom of the boxes or something, so when they drop down and they're trying to get onto the box, I can use that. So this is where I end up just kind of almost giving up, because I'm trying to like just throw mimics at them to pause the timer, because I have no idea what to do at this point. But yeah, this was a good learning experience game, but a very frustrating game to play. I try to get a little bit of armor and get back, and I think I end up timing out. I should be going back right now. But yeah, I ran out of stamina, so I couldn't get back quick enough. No! So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.